Welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to go over how to actually accomplish your life path. So the thing with life, guys, is that we tend to overcomplicate things as human beings. Like, we've become such an advanced species that even things like fear, emotion, things like that we needed for survival like 2,000 years ago, we don't need anymore. Like, we have an overactive amygdala, for instance. You can look up what that means in psychiatry. That sort of just means that your fear for fight or flight is a bit too activated, where you don't need it as responsive anymore. But what we do when we learn new subjects is we also do that same thing. We start looking at things from a very abstract view, and that's what's built the structure we live in now. It's beautiful. But at the same time, there's basics to this that we have to understand and make a conclusion on and simplify our lives a lot. And that's the thing. This is why dumb people end up getting rich and then smart people stay poor and homeless, because they think too much. They end up thinking themselves and being broke. So the whole point of this video is that a lot of you guys ask me questions like, okay, what am I supposed to do for a career? What am I supposed to do here? What about the university? What about my personal year? And I'm like, bro, what about your life path? Or sis, what about your life path, right? So let's focus on that today. How to actually accomplish your life path by actually looking specifically at your life path. This is the brutal, unfiltered, honest truth about how to actually get that done. If you're a life path number 1, all you need to do, I'm going to simplify the F out of this. Figure out what thing, what occupation, what activity, what subject matter you will be number 1 in. You need to figure that out, because without you having that competitive drive, it's like a leopard trying to like dig off its spots. It's not going to happen. You have to figure out where you're going to be competitive, what makes you feel passionate, what activates that fire. And with that fire, you'll ravage through and destroy your competition. That's what you're here to do. You're here to be a leader, yes, but before all being a leader, what are you the best at? Because what ones will do is they'll say, yo, I want to be a leader, or oh, what do I do next? It's like, what are you the best at? You're going to be a leader automatically once you're the best, no? You think like somebody's going to tell Bruce Lee, like, oh, let me show you how to do that round horse kick, bro. It's like, no, Bruce Lee was the best of the time. I'm not even saying he's a 1, so don't try to cite that. He's not a 1. I think he's a 7. But what it comes down to is he figured out what he wanted to master, which I'm going to get into later, and he became number 1 in that. And that's why people will follow him and follow his philosophy and say, be like the water and all this stuff. He didn't care about, am I going to be a leader? Am I doing a good job being a leader? No, he cared about himself and being number 1. Now, I'm not saying be a selfish person. He wasn't. But what I'm saying is you got to focus on yourself for a minute and say, what am I actually the best at? What am I going to be very competitive in? What am I going to be the best version of myself in? It could be tech. It could be acting. It could be basketball. It could be fighting. It could be sales. What are you going to do? Because all the ones that I've met, they got very focused on one singular thing and then they get rich. Gone. Like that, nothing. Next one, number 2. If you're a number 2 person, that means that you're meant to unify things in people. What are you going to bring a group contrast to? What are you actually going to bring together and cause harmony with and cause a force? That's what you actually should be focusing on, is how do you, not like, how do I get along with other people, or do people like me? No. Are you going to be the person to bring together 2 factions that can end up making you rich? Are you going to be the person that's going to work with one-on-one clients and then help them find harmony within their own mind? You're the person that's supposed to create harmony and peace and resolution. Not by being a peacemaker or a kiss ass. I'm talking about actually being a professional, figuring out an occupation, whether it be being a lawyer, arbitrator, mediator, judge, or somebody who's a consultant. But you can make billions off of bringing harmony to people, bring that resolution and understanding to people. Okay? Number 3. 3s, you guys hate work. Every 3 I hit up with for readings, yeah, I just hate the corporate life. Of course you do. You're not meant to do the corporate life. I can't swear on this, so you guys will see me block myself out because I don't edit. So for number 3s, screw off at the corporate life. Work at McDonald's, work wherever until you can actually do what you really want to do. Save up your money, invest in yourself. Creative arts is where you guys shine the most. Writing, singing, speaking, commentary, all those things are where you guys shine. Journalism. Figure out which one of those things you want to do as a creative avenue, because your career should be not focused on money, but how you are creating. What are you creating? You're supposed to be using the right brain to then create something new that the world hasn't seen. What's that going to be? It's that basic. Next, life path 4. Life path 4s. You guys are so focused on stability and safety that you guys will hide behind a rock your whole life and be like, why is everybody else rich? Life's a ripoff. Obviously, let's rip off. You rip yourself off and you self-sabotage yourself. You're the hardest worker in the room, making you better than everybody else. Stop focusing on working hard and focus on systems, and then detach from results. You guys focus too much on results to the point where in which you'll overstress, overanalyze, and then never get anything done, and then compensate by saying evil or corrupt people make it and not me. I'm the black sheep, my family hates me, and all this garbage. Who cares if your family hates you? F off with them and get richer. What it really comes down to as a 4 is this. If you're a LifePath 4, or 13, 4, 31, 4, 44, because I'm going to go over the master numbers after. If you're one of these type of 4s, then you got to say, I can create stability by developing a system, meaning a way of life that doesn't change. What is the way of life you're going to establish that will not change through the entirety of your life? As soon as you find that, everything else in your life is going to fall into place. Have principles, things that people can't cross the line with, and have a system, a regimen, a way of life. When you work out, when you clean your home, when you clean your vehicle, when you maintain your things, and when you go to a job, like what's the system you're going to follow? If you're a salesperson, what's your pitch? How you do it? Like you have to figure out what the system is. You guys are the shape of the square. It's very structured. If you have no structure in your life, you're not going to find safety. You guys look for safety outside of yourself, and you have to look within and create structures that then systemize your life. Number 5, you guys are fearless entrepreneurs for sure. You guys can do anything under the sun. All you got to do is stop drinking and smoking, bro. Like seriously, or sis. Stop drinking or smoking. Completely cut out vices if you want to be successful as a 5, because it's a karmic lesson for you. You guys aren't here to smoke, drink, and have fun. You're here to actually get to work and utilize your 5 senses to do things that other people can't do the impossible. If you're only going to do that when you're not self-sabotaging yourself. When you're drinking and smoking and doing drugs, you're trying to go up a hill, then you take like 5 to 6 steps back and then say, why am I not going up? Like obviously you're creating your own baggage. So you need to actually be that person that avoids vices, doesn't wake up with a hangover, and you simply get things done. Number 6. 6 will talk about family, friends, life, all this garbage. Oh, I don't have family. Oh, my friends. Oh, it's not. Who cares? You don't need anybody. 6 goes in. The 6 goes in. How do I draw for you guys? 6. The 6 goes in, right? You guys are amazing people. You guys are creative. You guys are healers. You guys are able to do business at an astounding rate. And you guys are truly very smart individuals. It's not said enough. So as a 6, if you're listening to this, you should be focusing on one of 3 things: creativity, the medical field, or real estate. Simple. Creativity, the medical field, or real estate. Do one of those as a career, you're rich. Number 7, focus on mastery. Don't be that philosopher that the thing with 7s is this. I'm a birth number 7, so I suffered from this when I was younger, like too much talking and thinking, not enough action. But I have the 8, so that just completely just got rid of it. I need money, so I just did anything to get money at certain points. So that ruthlessness kicked in. But the bottom line of it is this: if you're a LifePath 7, you guys will screw around too much. You guys won't actually get things done because you're busy thinking about, how was the world created? If God's real, then who made God? We're never gonna know, bro. Just die and figure it out. No disrespect at all. But at the end of the day, what you got to figure out is this: what am I going to master in my life? It's not like the one that's like, what am I going to be the best at? Because that's what drives them. They're the fiery ones. They're the ego. They need to use their ego and weaponize it. You guys need to be egoless, learn like a student, learn like a monk, and absorb. And then when you do that, you then translate that, and it makes you a lot of money, like an Elon Musk or a Steve Jobs, 7s, right? It's a thing. So you guys have to not just learn about philosophy unless that's what you want to do, but you got to learn about something that's going to actually be applicable to the world that we live in today, and you can make money from it. Now, I'm not saying to get into careers that are just simply for the money. 7s mostly don't do that. You guys got to get into something that's going to activate your mental acumen and make you actually want to learn and facilitate and make something new. Once you do that, you're gone clear. Nobody can stop you. 7s, oddly enough, are actually, even though it's an anti-material number, when you look at the Forbes list, it was literally LifePath 7s, 4s, and 1s that ran it. So there you go. LifePath 8. LifePath 8s, we know what we're here for. We're here to become the best versions of ourselves in every single way. 8s worry about money too much. Like I used to be that guy. It's like, yo, where's the money? Where's the money? But then I started focusing on, what about me? Do I deserve this money? Like, what value am I actually providing? We're the governors of karma, cause and effect. Everything in your life after like the age of like 5 years old is your accountability as an 8. And that sounds very harsh, but Saturn's here to be a taskmaster too. You're here to learn. So when your life is like, oh, I'm homeless, I'm destitute, I don't have anything, I'm broke. Okay, that's your fault. Like you caused it, that's the effect. Your life is a reflection of you. Karma is extra amplified for you. So as soon as you even work a little bit, like LifePath 8, like your life is easier than everybody else's. You're lucky as F. Meaning, as soon as you put in work, you see immediate results. Like everybody thinks as an 8, like, oh, it's hard and it's a dark path, Shem's right, and da-da. It's like, yeah, you can't trust people. And I had this viral video a couple of years ago where I said, yeah, like you have to be very cold to be an 8. But the truth of the matter as I mature is you just have to look at, what am I causing each day? Like, what am I doing? What am I thinking, saying, and doing? And what's that creating? My formula for the 8 is this: become the strongest mentally, strongest physically. I'm about to hit the gym now. I want to get big and I want to show you guys that. And become the best at, so I'd say mental, financial. You definitely want to make sure your finances are strong, but you got to create systems to do that. Physically and spiritually. Those 4 things, focus on fortifying them, and as an 8, you have nothing to worry about. You're gone clear. Your karma is you working on those things, working on yourself, and not judging other people. After that, you're gone. Nobody can stop you. You're the best. Life Path 9, all about completion, resolution, and ideology. As a 9, you got to focus on being adaptive, yes. A lot of 9s can have addictions, yes. 9s can have very hard lives, yes. I agree. But as a 9, if you're having all these things, what you have to realize is you're meant to teach people how to climb out of those things. You guys are meant to do Aikido with your life, meaning like as soon as something bad happens to you, you're supposed to figure out a way to make a business out of it. Like Rockefeller did. Look it up if you're wondering what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into that. It'll take me 2 hours to explain how he became a billionaire and took over the world. It's a 9 that did that. So when you understand that, you realize 9's not necessarily a humanitarian number, because I guess that was actually, I'm not going to go into Rockefellers right now. I have to stay on YouTube for you guys. So let's just skip that. With the 9, all you have to figure out is what you can use as a negative to then turn it into positive. You can make a business out of it. You can help people. If you're in a drug-infested neighborhood, maybe you become a doctor and help people rehabilitate. Maybe you just do things like counseling. It all depends on what's around you, what you're noticing in your personal reality. It's been given to you as a code, and you're meant to solve that problem and turn it into a business. Simple as that. You're meant to be a big influencer. 11s, you guys are overly sensitive. You have double 1. Everything I said about the 1, that's amplified. It's actually that simple. I'm not even going into it. 22, you're meant to be a master builder or master destroyer. Do you want to destroy the government, be opposition as a destroyer, or do you want to create structures, tangible or intangible? And like the 4, you got to create regiments to be the best. And once you create regiments and systemize your life, you'll find that life is very easy for you. Number 33, you might be the last reincarnation. Yes, that's a big maybe. It's not necessarily true, but we don't know what the last reincarnation is. We're just making this up. People are acting like they died, went to heaven, talked to God, and came back. What people are telling you online is complete garbage. They're just making it up as they go. 33s, you're master teacher, yes. You're meant to be a big influencer, yes. Focus on things surrounding influence. With the double 3 energy, focus on where you can have a creative outlet. Meaning, where are you going to be the most creative? And wherever your creative juices flow the most is where you're going to make the most money, where the wealth is going to build, and where your life is going to feel fulfilling. So I hope this did help, guys. It's my unfiltered view. Very cold, very logical, very straightforward, nothing complicated. Don't focus on the expression, birth number, nothing. What's your life path number? How do you accomplish it? That's it. If you focus on this video and actually rewind to where I said your life path, and you actually do those exact things I just said, just acting dumb for a sec, just saying, let me just do what Shem said for a year, you're going to get money for sure. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Aside from that, like, subscribe. Holla at me. It's it for today, guys. Peace.